Hey Gold Digger, Kimberly Olson here, back for another episode of #GetLit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. For this episode, I'm so pumped to teach this to you. It's called the cold to close method to gain hot leads fast. How many of you would like to learn how people who are recruiting in double digits like myself every single month, how are we doing it? I mean, if you think about it, I have the ability to be able to build a 6-figure network marketing business alongside a 7-figure coaching business. How? Like, I'd have to work a million hours, in a day, and I don't. So how am I doing that? I'm gonna teach you that and more inside of this episode. Stay tuned. All right, so let's talk about the cold to close method and how you can actually take a very cold lead, warm them up, and turn them into a hot prospect. Throughout this process, you need to qualify them. So if you've never heard that term before, it's a marketing term, a sales term. And when you hear that term, what that means is, are you able to make sure, what are you doing to make sure that the person is even qualified? For example, let's say you sell a weight loss system that is $399 and you're talking to a single mom who doesn't work. She's on disability and that's her only source of income. She's probably not qualified. It doesn't make sense to sit there and push and tell her why she needs the system to lose weight if she's not financially stable to be able to make that purchase, okay? That person's not qualified. Or if you reach out to someone and then you go on their profile and realize they're in your same company, they're not qualified, okay? So through this process, we're gonna qualify them, we're gonna warm them up, and then we're going to close more people. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to be different. I want you to be different, just like Wonder Woman, okay? I want you to be different. I want you to be bold. I want you to offer value. I want you to lead with your heart and serve. Let go of the outcome. Let go of the whole push to close the sale. I just did a group coaching call inside a 6-figure Breakthrough Business Academy, which is my higher level coaching program. And one of the girls was like, I need 10 recruits this month. Like, how do I do that now? I'm like, no, you cannot recruit 10 people in this month right now unless you've done all the things we're talking about leading up to this, right? You gotta let go of that energy and that vibe, because when you come at it like that, you push away the exact thing that you want. How many can relate to this? Where you're like pushing at the end of the month and you're like, I gotta get those sales, and then you don't, because you're trying to make it happen, okay? So what you wanna do is you wanna be different. Surprise people, shock them. Ask them about themselves, ask them questions, find out what's going on in their world. If you are in the health and wellness space or the beauty space, ask them questions around that. Ask them about their businesses, ask them what they do, ask them, anything. Ask them questions about themselves, fact finding to find out pain points. When you offer value and you don't just go for it and pitch people. I mean, I just had a girl who messaged me, inviting me to her private event. I've never even talked to her before. I was like, really? She sent the link. She didn't even ask me. I was just like, she needs my trainings. But we want to be different. We want people to go, wow, when I'm around Kimberly and I interact with her content or her messages and we're having a conversation in Messenger, I feel good. I feel positive. I like this exchange that we are having here. And when you do that, I'm not even kidding, you will have people messaging you saying, I want to order from you, or I want to join your team. Or if you're in coaching, whatever it is that you do to make money, you will have people reaching out to you because you're coming from a place of value. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to provide a tool. And the reason why I want you to provide a tool is because I want you to establish yourself as a resource. If you provide a tool, whether you've created it or you've gotten it from something else, doesn't really matter. You eventually want to get to a place where you are the tool, right? Like whether it's a PDF or a great training video you did, maybe the unit section of your Facebook group, you doing it yourself would be ideal. But to start, a tool. Maybe there is an awesome podcast you listened to lately and you're like, hey, you said that you're struggling with time management and handling motherhood and mompreneurship. I just heard this great podcast from this awesome girl called the Gold Digger Girl. And she was talking about balancing everything. She's here. This is a link to her book. It really helped me out. Okay, let's just say. Give them my tools, share my stuff because it's aligned with who you are. Then they go, oh my gosh, this is helping me. I listened to the podcast and it really helped me. But now they associate you with the information. They perceive the value to go up of who you are by providing the tool. So even if you didn't make the podcast, just by you sending it or the YouTube link or whatever it is that you're tagging them in, you are elevating your perception in their eyes. Genius. It's genius. And then when you start making your own content, even better. Okay. So what you can do is, as you're chatting with them, just say, hey, I realized that, based on what you told me with you're struggling with meal planning and you never know what to eat or make for your kids. I was just thinking of you. We have this awesome challenge coming up. It's a clean eating challenge and it's in a Facebook group. Can I get you an invite? I think it would really help you. So you can offer value through the content that you have in your Facebook group and get them into your Facebook group. So if we can friend request them, we can put them on our See First list or add them to the Facebook friends list and make sure we're seeing their content, view their stories, comment on their stuff. You should know things about them. You should know how many kids they have, boys or girls, or do they have kids? Are they a pet mom? Like, you should know that stuff. Because if you really want to get to know these people, you need to go follow their profile and their stories. And you might say, that's so time consuming. Would you rather slow down to speed up? Would you rather take a step back to take 10 steps forward? Or would you rather continue on maybe just hoping, posting and praying, spamming, cold messaging, right? Like, just ask yourself that, is what I'm doing working? If it's not, I'm going to embrace you, or I'm going to encourage you to embrace this. I'll embrace you too and give you a virtual hug. But I'm going to challenge you to say, all right, I'm open to doing things different. I'm opening to leveling up, and I really do want to 10x my results, okay? So the other thing that you want to do is when you get them into that group, you want to make sure you are engaging with them in the group. So welcome them to the group, send them a message. You want to tag them on a pinned video. If you have like a welcome video, a welcome post, introduce yourself with a selfie, tag them on the events. You need to keep track of this, okay? So when you have these new leads, we want to spend some time warming them up. So it would probably be better for you to have less people that you are nurturing. And that way you can really spend the time with them, not like getting in the friend zone and building rapport for 6 months, but just being able to go above and beyond with a smaller group of people versus sending out 100 cool messages a day. So welcome them to the group, send them a message, tag them, invite them to things, put them on your Trello board or your group track, whatever it is that you use, and say, oh, I invited them to the challenge. Let me make sure they saw that first video, right? And you're going to be talking about your products, your services, dripping that content in. Maybe you go live and and it makes sense to send them the video. You say, hey, did you catch my live? I can get you the replay if not. Send it to them in Messenger. Do you think you would stand out if you did that? You would, okay? People are looking around the room virtually, wondering who knows what they're doing. They're looking around saying, could she teach me how to build a business? Could she help me solve this problem that I have? Does she have a product that's going to allow me to be able to accomplish X, Y, and Z? And if you become that person, then the answer is yes. And until then, you're just going to want to implement what we talked about to become that person, okay? So I hope this was helpful. Please throw this in your stories. Tag me at the Goal Digger Girl, GOAL. Also hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new video, or hit the like button if you're on Facebook. Comment below with your favorite takeaway. And until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.